All right, hello everyone. I do not remember what I did here yesterday. I do believe I hopped the pond with the sniper. I'm assuming more or less we'll do the exact same thing. What could we do alternatively? Nothing really. I mean, besides from pulling out a globe and just trying to take a Guardian, especially if you have a Guardian 8 like I do here. You could probably switch to a Guardian 8, use one of those new blue marbles, and you could lay up and then go for a full power backspin shot off the fairway. Now, I do not have the blue marble balls. I have not decided if I'm going to pick them up. I'm assuming that I probably might not. Of course, you could definitely do it with a Berserker as an alternate method. I can't remember what I did yesterday at all. I do feel like I laid up and did it with a top spin sniper. I mean, there would have been no use for me going for the green in pro or going for the second fairway in pro, so I don't think I did that. But I might have laid up with a Berserker as well. But nevertheless, here I do believe I laid up. We're probably going to stick with that method because it works. I could probably get away with, even a Quasar to be honest with you. Like you don't need much here. So here's going to be my lineup, and we're basically just going to be playing for concede the eagle. This is kind of the non-albatross method. And we're just going to try to go at it this way. I'm going to do the same thing here. I don't know if I brought quarterback as my driver yesterday. I probably didn't. So I'm just going to basically show you an alternate method to tee off today. And one of the reasons that you would do this is for the extra ball guide and just kind of being able to see what you can do to, not have to predict anything. So having that little safety measure of knowing where the ball is essentially going to stop, or at least 95% of the rollout, just makes the shot a little bit easier. So I will highly encourage you guys to, for this hole, bring rock, QB, anything with accuracy, just to kind of position the ball where you want it to go for an easy second shot here. So today we are going to do things a little bit different. I know I didn't use foam curl yesterday, so I am going to try to do this with foam curl today. So here, I can kind of just predict the rollout. That's going to be a little bit too much, as you can see. I'm not going to hit any power, but I just want you to see that it's like 7 or 8 rings into power. And I'm just going to crank it down a little bit less, kind of like this. And I'm just going to hit a natural shot here. And, accuracy isn't the most important when you have quarterback on and you have 100 accuracy. So you're just going to see me, not really worry. Oh, no. So, you know what? I did say I was going to lay up. That's what I think I said this in my stream yesterday. So this is actually good because I think yesterday I went for it. And I told you that I was going to lay up and show you guys the fairway shot. So now this is going to force my hand to actually do that. So this is actually going to work out favorably. So let's talk about that. Let's switch directions here, as I did just overpower that. Well, it wasn't necessarily the overpower, but it was a little bit more of, just hitting it maybe a little bit left of where the fairway was open. Like if I would have gone over to the right here, I would have probably held there. But let's go ahead and lay up to where you saw my opponent do. And, same type of thing here. I'm just going to kind of, size this up. You can see 5-6 rings. You're down here good enough. So that's what you're going to see me play the shot. And just kind of, force it up here with full backspin. I do recommend, kind of stop shotting it so you can see that I stopped it, roughly about 1 ring short of the fairway's edge there. So we are going to be going for the pitch, which is just as makeable, in my opinion, as going for it. And I think I remember going for it and making the eagle yesterday. And I just want to give guys who might not be able to go for it, you can see that, it doesn't matter if you're in the rough, in the fairway, on the tee shot. You just kind of go for the straightforward pitch. And the best tip that I can give you guys is to be very precise with your hand movement, so you don't, hit it out to the side like that guy just did. So we're going to try to, improve upon that. I'm usually right around mid club here. So, 2 1/4 is about my ring play here. And I usually crank it up to at least 3. And there you see it, right around 3. That looks pretty good. Just be very precise with your movement. So here you see me rotating just to where I need to get it. And like I said, I play it about 2 something per ring. 2.5 rings should be pretty spot on what I want to do. And there you see, perfect ball. Oh, just off the side of the cup there. So a little disappointing there. Like I said, just be very, very precise with your hand movements, because you see any little alteration in adjusting to the side or whatever is going to push it outside the cup. And you can see I can be very relatively precise, but still be a micro just adjustment off and just catch the lip. It caught the outside of the lip. If it would have caught, just a little bit more lip, then I would have still got that one to drop. So 2 ways to eagle it with a straight wind like that. It's not the end of the world if you do what I did, especially off the tee. Chances are, I'm at least going to make that 80% of the time with a straight wind like that. So, and with this one, we're just going to kind of estimate a little bit. What I like to do is more of a fairway shot. I'm going to probably cheat it up here a little bit like this off the fairway. I do usually play max distance on this hole, max adjustment, so at least a 7-ring adjustment here. Just a little bit short of where I wanted to land it, and you can see the ball's coming up short because of that. So it's not the most awful shot, but you do want to try to keep it inside 5 yards. Like I said, make sure you are going, especially in a straight in wind like that, that you're very, doing a max adjustment at the very least. But you also want to be very precise with where you're landing. You can see I landed probably 1 ring short of where I wanted to, and it cost me getting it up to where I wanted to. So you do have to keep that in mind when you're playing this hole. Another thing to consider, I usually play at spot, so I usually play at 1 per ring on like a side wind, and there you just saw me have an into the wind, which means I'm going more toward the max adjustment, which means I probably should have adjusted an extra ring or 2. So going to 9 rings there might have actually been, it probably would have been about perfect. So use that tip and, try to hone in on that shootout a little bit. It just takes a little bit of practice. I haven't seen Tour 8 in quite some time. So revisiting the holes, there's certain, little tiny things that I tend to forget from time to time. And, just having exposure to it and remembering from next time, learning from your mistakes, that's going to be the best strategy there. So good luck with that, and be on the lookout for hole number 3.